It's past 9, time for On the Box, on the radio, TV talk with Chris Philpott over at stuff.co.nz with the On the Box blog. Hey Chris, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. I'm good. Let's kick off into the news. First up, The Simpsons apparently was in a little bit of trouble, may not be renewed, but is now going to return.
Yeah, and last week reports came out that Fox TV had threatened the show, basically saying that they couldn't produce it on the current budget, they needed to make some changes. But luckily, earlier this week, I think it was Monday the news came out, Simpsons has been renewed for a 24th and 25th series, so the cast must have taken a bit of a pay cut. The word was the voice actors, the people who do all the main roles on the show, are getting paid $8 million a year combined, which doesn't seem like too much because there's probably about 12 or 15 of them. But they needed to take a bit of a pay cut. What's happened, it sounds like, is they've taken a 30% cut in exchange for taking shares of all the merchandising and licensing and all that side of things. And what it does is it puts it back into the black for Fox. They can keep producing the show for another 2 years. And it means the good thing about it is I don't know if I want to live in a world where The Simpsons is cancelled.
Yeah. What would that mean?
You know what I mean?
What would that mean for us?
Well, it's the ultimate. It would be the ultimate kick in the face to TV fans because it would be the money taking the priority over the enjoyment of a show on the part of the fans, and would say to TV viewers, look, you can watch whatever you like, but the money is more important than however many of you are watching this. And I think that would be terrifically sad. Really.
Is The Simpsons something that you think people would pay for? Let's say it was only available over the internet or something, $1 per show, or do we just watch it because it's just always on at a convenient time?
That's a good question. I guess it's probably part of both. I think people would watch it if it was a pay show, like through iTunes or Netflix or something like that. But I think there's also a big element of people who just watch it because it's on. And that's really the beauty of it. It's the show that a lot of us have grown up with. I know for me, I'm 30, so it's been, for as long as I've been watching TV and actually knowing what I'm looking at, The Simpsons has been on the television. It's just one of those shows that I've grown up with. It's formed, probably helped form my sense of humor and all kinds of things.
It's America's Coronation Street.
It is now. It is. That's a good way of looking at it.
Oh well,
I mean,
I'm always
25 years.
Yeah. It's a long time, and it's a long time to survive. And I'm glad it's going to stick around because I think it's only got funnier over time as well. Let's now review I always don't know how to say it. It's the Borgias. How do you say it?
The Borgias. That sounds like a bad guy. It sounds like a bad guy from Doctor Who. No, it's the Borgia.
Oh, the Borgia.
Rodrigo Borgia.
Oh, no.
This is the new show. It's on TV3, 9:30 on Wednesdays. The Borgias started last Wednesday, sorry. It follows a character called Rodrigo Borgia, played by Jeremy Irons, who you may know my favourite Jeremy Irons film. I'm going to get crap for this, but it's probably Die Hard with a Vengeance, where he plays the bad guy Simon Says with Bruce Willis. But it's Jeremy Irons playing Rodrigo Borgia, who's a cardinal in 1490s Rome and the Vatican. And basically what he does is he corruptly works his way up to the papacy. He takes over as Pope Alexander VI, and then is almost immediately, nearly assassinated. And now the show carries on from there. That's where it kind of finishes. And with the help of his son Cesare, which is Cesare, so I don't know how they pronounce that, but Cesare and Lucrezia, who's his daughter, he kind of just keeps his position by blackmailing and assassinating and sleeping around and things like that. It's very cool. It's a very cool show, I think. Okay, you like it? I mean, is it stylistically? Does it suit the tone? Do you like it? I think it's great as far as the style goes. I mean, to be a legitimate period piece, you need to have attention to detail in this day and age. I think. On TV especially, you could have gotten away with a bit more, a bit of lazy set dressing and that back in the day, but now you can't. And the Borgias knows that. Their sets, their locations, the clothing, everything is just meticulous. It's perfect. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It's, this medieval times Vatican. It's the Catholic Church, which was basically the seat of power in Europe for the entire medieval period, and had all of the wealth. So, and that shows in the way it's designed. You see there's gold chandeliers and these big flash tables and lots of cutlery and plates and things. Everything is attention to detail, and it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful looking show.
All right, episode 2 of that on TV3 this evening from 9:30 p.m. Right now, what we shouldn't be watching, or what we can only get through illegal means. Breaking Bad, the season finale, season 4.
Season 4 finished Monday afternoon our time, Sunday night in the States. Now, I know you're a big fan.
Oh, huge.
And I do most of the talking here, so I want to ask you, what did you think?
I loved it. This whole season has just been really tense, really edge of the seat kind of stuff. Almost every single episode at the end has left you going, oh no, where can this go? This is an impossible situation. And just the way this season has been able to take characters that you previously liked, like Walt, the main character, and make you so frustrated and make you just really hate him, actually, and in fact, and make you just want to reach into the screen and throttle him. The way they've been able to do that character development, and also take characters that are inherently quite evil but make you like them, say like Gus, it's just amazing. Just to be able to manipulate the audience like that, and the finale, and the way that, and we can't give any spoilers here, I don't think, but the way that they've dealt with it and the way that it's ended, I've always felt it was heading that way, so I'm satisfied in that respect, but the way they did it was an absolute surprise.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I think the key thing is, as Vince Gilligan, who's the creator of the show, has been saying since the start, that the entire aim of Breaking Bad is to turn Mr. Chips into Scarface.
Yeah.
And Mr. Chips being a kid's entertainer, that's how Walt kind of starts out, And I think they have achieved that by the end of the series. There's no doubt that Walt is an evil, evil man. Which, I don't know if that's too big a spoiler, but too bad I've already said it. And I think that's brilliant. There's no doubt in my mind, going into the next series, I think that's where it's heading. Walter's number, he's the guy.
The kingpin.
And he'll be the focus. He's the kingpin. And the next series will deal with the fallout of that emotionally for him. And thankfully, they're really good at writing the characters, as you say. So it should be a pretty riveting watch.
Even if you've never watched Breaking Bad, if you looked at the cover of, say, the first series DVD and the cover of this DVD for Series 4 that will eventually come out, you'll see the change just in his face of where the seasons go. Like how the story goes is reflected on Walt's face. And in this latest season, he's a gruff, angry-looking man. But back in season 1, he was kind of like he was standing in his Y fronts out there in the desert, going, "Huh?"
Yeah.
That was.
I actually just picked up the Series 2 DVD, got delivered yesterday, and it's funny looking back and going, well, that's a really light-hearted picture.
Yeah.
You don't it's not the way that you imagine the characters now. They've been through so much.
Well, here's the thing.
Grown so much,
I mean, it was playing on Channel 4, C4, the season 1 and I think season 2, but see, I never got into it initially because the way it was promoted by TV4 made it look like a silly comedy or something. It just didn't really appeal. I thought, that just looks like something silly on Channel 4. So I never watched it until eventually I thought, I'll pick up the DVD anyway. Someone else told me that it was pretty good, and it was nothing like I expected. So there's a problem right there with how whatever channel gets a hold of it, the way it's marketed, and who they're trying to get to watch it. And I think that Channel 4 failed in that.
Yeah, I think you're right. They did kind of, from memory, market it as like almost a buddy comedy, wasn't it? It was, these two get into wild, crazy antics.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like that at all. It's a really serious show. And they kind of missed the point, I think. But saying that, it probably got more viewers because of the promo, because I don't know that drama draws in the numbers that it used to on TV.
It's the new Sopranos, isn't it?
Thankful, maybe. I think it's the new Sopranos, and that was going to be my next question. Where do you rate it amongst the best shows ever?
It's in my top 3. So in there we've got The Sopranos, The Wire, and Breaking Bad. And it's pretty hard to figure out which goes where in that top 3, but that is in my top Those are my top three. It's pretty hard, but
See, I've got
yeah,
a top two now, which is Breaking Bad and The Wire.
yeah.
And I'm thinking Breaking Bad might be number one now for sheer enjoyment. I can't remember enjoying The Wire as much as I enjoy Breaking Bad. As you said before, each episode, the final scenes just ramped up the intensity and ramped up the stakes to a level that I don't think any show's ever done before.
No.
It was just week after week after week, consistently brilliant, and that's what I loved about it, and that's what I think if people out there who haven't seen it, they should check it out, because that's what will keep you coming back.
It's kind of like if everyone have seen The Sopranos and seen the final scene of The Sopranos, which where he's sitting in the restaurant and the guy walks in and you don't really know what's going to happen, but it's something quite tense about it. It's like that quite consistently throughout Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, that's it.
Awesome.
I guess that's enough of that. Let's look at ahead for what is on New Zealand TV this week.
Yeah, well, tonight is the Nothing Trivial finale. The Kiwi show, it's been a huge hit in this country. We've got a real love affair with Kiwi shows at the moment. I don't know what it is, but Nothing Trivial has been another really good one, and that finishes tonight, 8:30 p.m, its final episode. And that's followed by Harry's Law, which is a new legal dramedy, I think is the right word for it. It's a drama/comedy, starring Kathy Bates and created by David E. Kelly, who's the man behind Ally McBeal and Boston Legal. So that might be worth a look as well. I'll be checking that out to see what it's like. Tomorrow night, Fringe enters its final 3 episodes for Series 3. Now, Fringe, I don't know if you're a Fringe fan at all.
I've heard it's good to get into.
It's a really good show, and the final few episodes of Series 3 are brilliant and definitely worth checking out if you're a sci-fi fan. And that's tomorrow night, 10:30 on 2. And then, of course, next Tuesday, Downton Abbey returns, 8:30 p.m. on Prime next Tuesday. That's Series 2 begins.
Now,
so
and
I'll be tuning in for that.
I've already seen the first 2 or 3 episodes of that, so it probably should be in the what we shouldn't be watching section. But actually, it's just been confirmed that one of the actresses from Downton Abbey is going to be in Game of Thrones next season.
Yeah, the actress who played Gwen.
Yeah.
Is Ginger a bad word? The orange-haired.
That's what it is.
Maid who worked in the house. She's going to be playing quite a wild character, I believe, in the second series of Game of Thrones. So that'll be interesting to see.
A wildling, as it were. Very nice. All right. Well, people can find out more about all this kind of stuff and follow your antics, TV watching antics, that is, over at the box on the box blog at stuff.co.nz and Chris Philpott NZ on Twitter. Thanks, Chris. Cheers.
No worries, mate. Thank you.